You would think they had not eaten in a month of Sundays.
I saw Duncan Moore today.
Don't be telling my father.
Why not?
He doesn't like Duncan Moore. Himself wouldn't be pleased if he knew you were seeing him.
I think he knows.
What?
It doesn't matter. What about you? Do you like Duncan?
Everybody likes Duncan Moore.
But do you like him?
I like him better than anyone in Achmore. You should have seen him last Halloween at the guising. He was dressed up as an old Cailleach. I saw him over at Hector McLeod's and he made me laugh so much that I got the hiccups and Roger McPherson had to drop a cold key down my back.
I bet your father didn't know you were there. Nor your grandmother.
I don't care. But anyway, the Cailleach wouldn't tell him. She tells me all sorts of things that he doesn't know about.
But she's his mother. It doesn't seem right.
Well, she doesn't like him. And she told me Duncan Moore was going to marry my mother until himself told a lot of lies and put an end to it. And that is why Duncan Moore hates him. She is getting old right enough, and she talks to herself when she is deaf, but she doesn't miss much for all that. Tell me about London. What is it like?
Well, it's streets, people, traffic, fumes from the traffic.
I would love to see it. It must be very fine. I would like to see the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace.
And for why else would you want to go to London? I've told you times enough. Cities are bad places, and the people in them are bad people.
But Alasdair's from the city.
Aye.
I saw Duncan Moore today.
Shikna Gallo! You've been talking to Duncan Moore, eh? A great talker, Duncan Moore MacDonald. But the MacDonalds, I had an active tongue in their heads. Not that fine talk will fill an empty belly. Mind you, the same fellow will not go hungry. Not Duncan Moore MacDonald. There is salmon in the river, and the same salmon fetches big money in Portree. But whose salmon, boy? That is the question. Whose salmon? Well, that is Major Cassell's salmon. You think of the good Major paying a big rent for the lodge and the fishing, and the bold Duncan Moore running down to the falls the dark of night to net the pool. Some people must spend all their days in labour struggling with their sheep and cattle and a few acres of barren soil. But not Duncan Moore MacDonald. And the big fellow will use his big tongue in idle gossip and wait for the rain to make a flood in the river so he can net the Major salmon. Oh, a fine man, I grant you. With a smooth tongue of the MacDonalds on him and all their false pride. But a low thief for all that. But wait, you boy. If you are spared, you will see the day when Duncan Moore MacDonald is humbled in the dust, even as it says in the good book.
I like him anyway.
Now, I warned you, boy. I'll say no more.
Duncan Moore was a friend of my father's.
And there are good friends and bad. You will be judged by the company you keep. When Duncan Moore falls, and fall he will, see he doesn't drag you down with him.
My, he was wild. You are a daft beggar, Alasdair Cameron, after I told you not to say anything.
I'll never be able to get it right. If I practice every day until the end of the holidays, you'll not make a piper out of me.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, Alasdair Beg. Have you not heard the old saying, to the making of a piper go 7 years of his own learning and 7 generations before? Mind you, at the end of one of his 7 years, one born to it will stand a chance of making good. But not before, Valley, not before.
I feel as if my fingers were all thumbs.
Oh, that is the mechanics of it. It is the lungs you need as well. That's one thing we have in plenty on Skye. Good air for the lungs.
How could people work in offices all day long when there's, well, this?
Aye, it's strange right enough. But then it's a strange, strange world. See you, it is the fellows in the black jackets and the striped pants that make the big noise in this world. This may seem a good enough life to you, Alasdair, but if you're wanting to make some mark in the world, it is the striped pants you'll be needing. Myself, I can hook a trout or a salmon right enough.
Murdo Beaton called you a thief. Said that the fish belonged to that major up at the lodge.
Oh, he did he? Well, I look at it this way. If there was no rainwater in the hill, there would be no river, and I doubt if Major Cassell could claim title to the rains from the heavens. Not that the police will think of it that way. You asked yesterday why we should not go to the police. Tell them about your message. The 2 men on the train and what we saw on Saturday night.
I know the message has disappeared, but you were with me on the cliff. You saw Murdo Beaton take those 2 men out in the boat, and only one came back.
Right enough, Alasdair. So the police asked Murdo Beaton, and he denies the whole affair. Well, then it is the Red Fellow's word against ours, so the police decide to investigate. They go to the big man in the district. They go to Major Cassell. Well, now, the Red Fellow has done many a job for the Major. Acts as gillie sometimes. So the Major tells the police that Murdo Beaton is a fine, upstanding man, but that Duncan Moore MacDonald has the name of being a black rogue of a poacher. No, Pharic, it won't do.
Duncan, look! It's coming straight at us!
This way, boy. In here, boy.
Come on, down here, Alasdair. Mind your head.
It's freezing.
Aye. Your father knew this place. And not another man on Skye, save myself.
That boulder, what made it fall on us?
Well, now, the rain we've been having. It seeps under the rocks, loosens them, and then the slightest vibration, our voices may be.
I thought that was only for snow avalanches.
Snow, aye. And rocks, too. And this is where the old buttocks made the white whiskey. There's not a finer still in the whole of the West. Light a fire here, And no man will see your smoke. No man can say where it goes.
It's cold.
Aye. Aye, it's cold right enough. But many a poor hunting crater made his way here in olden times. The cold never worried a man with the law at his heels. But I'm thinking with you, it's a reaction to that boulder that's making you shiver. It's a good hot meal for you, Alasdair. And then home.
Who sent you to spy on me?
No one. I wasn't spying on you. I was just playing a joke on Mairi.
Fine tale with Mairi and the Cailleach out of the house. And the truth now. Who sent you to spy on me?
I wasn't. I was just trying to give Mairi a fright. I didn't know she was out.
Mairi and the Cailleach go to the knitting every Monday.
How was I to know? Besides, if I'd known you were counting your money, I wouldn't have...
Sorry, boy. I was wild when I saw you at the window. And as for the money, it's not yourself I would be hiding it from, not at all, But no, there are folks in this place who would like to be knowing what I have managed to put by me. Not that there is much in the box, but what was earned by the sweat of my brow. well, this is a fine chance for you and me to have a crack together, Alasdair. Sit you down, boy. Sit down. The Cailleach and Mairi are away, so the men must fend for themselves, eh? The tatties are just ready. And there's cold mackerel in the press. Oh, a fine fish, the mackerel. I always say there's only one thing between a cold mackerel and a cold salmon. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you. The price, Alasdair. The price. There is salmon going from here to London by the ton. And fools of the city with more money than sense, paying more than £1 per pound. But not you and me. We're not so foolish, eh? We take the poor man's salmon, the mackerel, and what does it cost us? Not that. Not a penny piece. And I'll be wanting you to take plenty of tatties, Alasdair. You'll be hungry after your day in the hills. And there's nothing like tatties to build a person up. Mind you, I see an awful difference in you already. Just a few days you're here, and it seems we're putting beef on you. I believe you're liking it fine here, Alasdair.
Yes, I like it fine.
I believe you'll be after coming here every year.
I hope so. Duncan Moore said he'd take me to the top of the store next year.
Oh, that's very good of the big fellow. Now, eat hearty. You'll be building you up so your own mother will never recognize you, eh? And after, what do you say to a spot of fishing from the rocks?
Fine, if you don't think it'll be too late.
Not at all, at all. No, it's just a grand night for the rocks.
Shouldn't you be at the meeting of the Hill Drainage Scheme tonight? Duncan said it was to be held at Hector McLeod's house.
Well, no, Alasdair, it's not my place to go. I can't speak for this craft. I'm just here with your permission. Still, the big star, eh? Yeah, it was very thoughtful of Duncan Moore. Very considerate. I've had my quarrels with Big Duncan, but he's a good enough fellow at heart, and I was never a man to bear a grudge. Cast your lure to one side and take it quickly through the water. Here. And mind your step here. The tide's flowing fast. It's easy enough to get cut off on these rocks. That's the way. Now, tell me something, boy. You must have thought I was a dour sort of a man, did you not?
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, there's many of me the same mistake as yourself. Keep an eye on the line now. Mind you, I was sort of reserved when you first came to Ackmore. I thought to myself, here's a smart boy from the city who'll be thinking the heather's growing out of my ears. But I see my mistake now. You and I are going to get on together just fine.
I've caught something!
Well, reel him in.
Don't you think we'd better be going back?
Well, the tide is rising pretty fast. Just one curry. Well, I doubt we left it a bit late. Still, the curries are the tastiest of the lot. Dear. I promised Major Cassell I'd take a look at the bothy last thing. See if the door was properly secured. He went down last night and found it unlocked. There's a fine pennyworth of gear stored in there. If you're tired, away you go directly to the house.
I'm not a bit tired.
Maybe you won't be thinking much of this place, Alasdair. When you get back to the city, maybe we'll never see you again.
Not a bit of it. I just don't know how I'll be able to stick London a whole year until the holidays are here again.
Oh, well.
What happened?
I ricked my ankle. Oh, I doubt I can never put this foot to the ground. You helped me up the path, and I'll try to get along behind you as best I can. Oh, wait. Ah. Oh, maybe the pain will ease off in a while. As long as I can just crawl down and take a look at the bothy. If it were anyone but the Major, I would never attempt it this night. But the poor good man is depending upon me.
But you'll never manage it. I'll have to go for you.
Were you ever down there before?
No, but surely it isn't that difficult.
Not at all. You just follow the track here. That's all you need do. You will come to a bridge. Cross the bridge and follow the path down to the shore. The bothy is about 20 yards along the beach. And thank you, Alasdair. It's a great service you're after doing.
Mustn't look down.